So what do you think about Prime Inc? Prime Inc is trash. Garbage company, they're a scam. Man, sounds like you had a terrible experience at Prime. What happened? What? I never drove for them. Well, that's crazy. Why do you say they're trash? Why do you say they're a scam? Why do you think they're a bad company? Because my cousin's, sister's, wife's, brother's uncle drove for them back in the 90s. And he said they were terrible. It was awful. Scam. Mega carrier. Garbage. Bunch of newbies. Treated them like crap. Is that it? Is that all? I mean, just because somebody else said that about their experience? I mean, how do you even know he was telling the truth? Listen, man, all I know is he told me he wasn't making no money at Prime. So obviously they're trash. Yeah, that sounds about right. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a business management software that's been tailored for trucking by owner operator Prime. OTR on the revenue. If you guys are a lease op, owner op, especially with Prime in the trucking industry, you want to check out OTR today, guys. This thing is going to keep track of your loads, your revenue, your fuel, everything. Tax deductions, expenses, the whole 9 yards. Don't forget to put Freight Skater in the referral section. Get you a free 30-day free trial, just $15 a month after that. Check it out today. You guys know this or not, but a lot of mega carriers have a stereotype. Prime is no different. The stereotypical view of Prime from being out here for those last 6+ years is that it's got to be trash because it's a mega carrier. It's got to be trash because it's a training company. It's got to be trash because it's a bunch of newbies. The lease program's got to be a scam. You can't make any money here, so on and so forth. So it's funny to me to see some of you all's comments, and I giggle to myself and I just laugh. I mean, I watch some of these day in and day out come in and out off the channel. I used to get upset about it, but then I was like, you know what? Opinions, everybody's got one, and most of them stink. So let's talk about them. Welcome to the first episode of They Hate Us Because They Ain't Us. All right, this is a Prime Inc. hate comment series that we're going to be doing. Let's kick it off with one that you guys have probably heard a million times. This comes from the Prime Inc. Owner Ops May Have to Sell Their Trucks video that I did a few weeks ago. Foxtrot says, Prime Inc., please remember I mortgaged everything. I need cash. Foxtrot, we all need cash. If you don't need cash, you're either a billionaire or you just don't care. I don't know. You must be living in a hole somewhere in the middle of a mountain. Please remember I mortgaged everything. I came to Prime with little to nothing, okay? And I picked up a mortgage while I was here. I don't know where this actually came from, the acronym. They took Prime Inc., made it into an acronym, and then this was the actual, you know, the descriptive meaning of the acronym. PRIMEINC blows me away, because the mentality that some people have are that you could never make money with a mega carrier. There's a reason Prime's as big as it is. There's a reason Swift's as big as it is. I mean, they're doing something right, okay? Everything's not a huge controversy. Everything's not a conspiracy, you know. And 9 times out of 10, I'm willing to bet Foxtrot's never ran or been contracted with Prime Inc. If we were in a casino, I'd place that bet. Let's move on to the next one. This one comes from... It also comes from the Prime Inc. Owner Ops May Have to Sell Their Trucks in Order. Justin Bushy says, F Prime Inc. falsifying DAC reports on drivers. Now, Justin, I'm looking at this comment and I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be more to the story than what's being said right here. From what I'm seeing, you probably had a bad run-in with Prime, either with service, safety, something, and you probably may or may not have not brought the truck back where it was supposed to be, or dipped out on a load that you had already committed to. There could be a number of things that would have happened. But this goes to say, with any occupation, if you leave that occupation not on good terms, 9 times out of 10 there's going to be some consequences. Would you really have a occupation, would you have a setting in an occupational place where you would actually just walk out and leave without a notice and expect to get a good reference from them after that? The trucking industry is a little bit different than just a regular occupation. These DAC reports for the drivers are kind of like your credit score as a driver. It's all about your safety, your service, everything. It goes by everything. So if you burn your carrier, whether you're trying to leave or not, and you leave a salty taste in their mouth, they're not going to do you any favors. A lot of these drivers, we've heard horror stories about when they go to leave Prime, they've done some pretty shady stuff, whether it's with the truck or without the truck. You know, you've got guys that have ran up an enormous negative balance from being negative, charging stuff to the truck, charging stuff to the company store, and leaving, abandonment truck, abandoning a truck, getting a huge fine out on the road and not being able to pay it, leaving it before they had to pay it, being put on payments for something and leaving it before they have to pay it. Somebody's got to pay that. Like, Prime is really, really good. You get a lot for your 28% here as a lease op, okay? Everything from your IFTA being automatically audited to a trailer to use that you're not paying a rental fee on or a lease fee on. There's a lot of different perks to being here. So when guys leave with these huge negative balances or they abandon these trucks that Prime has to pay to go get, that cost stacks up. Prime does its best to absorb it, but guys, eventually it'll end up trickling down back to the drivers again. That's why you'll usually get a bad DAC report review from Prime, is because they've done idiotic stuff like that. And guys, you got to remember too, there's three sides to every story. There's his side, their side, and the right side. And God only knows the right side. So I'm not going to speculate, Justin. Sounds like you had a bad run-in. I hate that it didn't work out for you, buddy. Good luck on your next career path. I don't think Prime falsifies DAC reports, so they probably wouldn't be in business very long if they were doing that. Moving on to the next one. And there's a lot of negative comments on that. I'm just realizing there's a lot of negative comments on the Prime Inc. owner ops may have to sell their trucks video. Nanneal Diamond 28 says, "You're totally wrong. You should have already your maintenance fee saved up your first year, and if nothing happens, you can continue using after you pay off your truck, and what you make is pure profit. I don't recommend anyone listening to you. Bad advice." That's fine. I respect your opinion that nobody should listen to me, but you're wrong. Every free penny that you get that you're not spending in expenditure, you look at it as just as profit, and you don't safeguard it, okay, you're going to end up being in the hole. And the number one reason that most independent contractors and owner ops don't make it out here is because of bad bookkeeping, okay? And what you're telling people to do is just pay off your truck and spend all your money. That's wrong. I'm sorry, buddy. That's not the way it is. You should be working on your maintenance fund or e-fund right from the get-go. I agree with you there, but it shouldn't stop there. There's not a set amount that you're going to get to and be like, okay, that's enough. I'll never have to worry about that again. No, it's not. You should always be saving, whether it's for your lifestyle at home, lifestyle on the road, your truck out here. Treat it like you have to pay cash for everything. Okay, treat it that way. Even though you get to build things through Prime, and you get those national discounts, and you get those vendors helps, and you get that warranty help, does not mean that you don't have to pay for it eventually. It's going to come out of your settlement. And as an ACE lease, when you're buying the truck, you don't get to put stuff on payments. So you got to remember that. So guys, if you guys want to listen to Nanneal Diamond 28 and he's telling you to pay your truck off, spend all your money frivolously and not worry about it, do your thing. For me and mine, I'm not going to be doing that. So you've got taxes to put up for, you've got your truck you've got to constantly maintenance. This truck always needs something. Every time these wheels turn, it's wear and tear. Whether it's tires, oil, antifreeze, everything. So constantly you're having to be maintenance. And for him to just say you should have a certain small amount put up and then everything else is just profit, it's wrong, guys. So if you listen to the video, if you actually watch the video, and that seems to be a lot of these issues with these comments, I can almost guarantee you that every single one of these hater comments, they never watch the entire video. People get little snippets and they form a whole opinion about the video, me, or the channel, and they just go ahead and drop hate comments, which ends up leading people to false information, which is not what you want to be doing. And guys, if you have somebody that is throwing out negative vibes like that or negative information, it's probably not wise to be following them at all. So anyways,
is he saying you need to have money put up before you leave?
So what I said in the video was, I told him once you pay your truck off, okay, you can look at that as extra profit, but you really shouldn't, because what happens, you'll start spending more money. Look at it as less liability And instead of having, so like we have an e-fund and we have a truck payment right now. But when the truck's paid off, we won't need the e-fund. We could take the $1,000 of the truck payment and put it up every week. So it's, obviously it's going to save us money in the long run, but we're still putting up money over and over every week. He's saying, don't worry about that. Put up an X amount and then just forget about it and spend all your money. He's saying I'm wrong for saying to continue to safeguard for taxes and, you know, maintenance and all that stuff. That's what he's saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just ignorance. That's what I'm saying. They hate us because they ain't us. That's all it is to it. All right. Thank you so much, Nana Neil Diamond 28, for your hater comment. I do appreciate it. Last but not least, man, coming from the blowout video that we just got through doing, Warrior Blue 63. Okay, this is one of those comments that he didn't comment once, he didn't comment twice, commented 3 times. Okay, back to back to back. He just kept coming back for more. This is what made me laugh so much on these comments. So if you watch the video, in the beginning of the video, you'll see a few snippets of the video, me leading you guys into the situation, what's actually going on. Then it starts as me getting out of the truck. I want to make one thing very clear. Before I started even recording the video, I had already had my safety vest on. We already had our hazards on. I had already had my triangles out. I had already contacted Road Assist with all the information that we needed. I had even sent an email to Loves about what we needed with the offset of the rim, the tire, everything, before I even turned the camera on. So let's get that straight. Warrior Blue 63, who apparently didn't watch the entire video, didn't even pay attention to it at all, says, you could have pulled a little farther to the right. Wow. Well, let's take a look at this photo right here. Man, if I would have went any farther to the right, I'd have been in the grass. And what do you not want to do with a fully loaded tractor trailer? Put yourself on soft ground, especially not at the edge of a ditch, which would end up possibly making your truck and trailer flip over. So Warrior Blue, that's some bad advice, brother. Number 2, your reflectors aren't out. Are you blind? Like, watch the video. Like, seriously, watch it. Like, don't find the first little piece you see and then just make an entire subject. Watch the video. And then he says, who in their right mind hangs tire chains behind the jewels? I'm guessing he's talking about the tires. Number 1, don't use a flipping tire chains. If it's that bad, shut it down. But who in the heck hangs them at the very back of the, and I should have hit the read more button here. Who in the heck hangs them at the very back of the tires to get full of crap? Well, Warrior Blue, first of all, I agree with you on one thing. If it is that bad, if the weather is that bad, yes, shut it down. Don't use tire chains. You use chains to get out of trouble, not to get into trouble. So he's right. He's definitely right there.
I don't think you should talk to this guy like he's a driver.
The rest of this is like it's coming from an 8-year-old. Who in their right mind hangs tire chains behind the tires? The guy that paid $400, $500 for tire chain hangers, tire chain mud flap hangers. That's who. It's actually an item that you can purchase at any chrome shop, any truck store, anything. It's designed for that. I didn't go out there with bungee cords and a rope and wrap my chains around the back of my mud flaps like, hey man, hope this holds. I know these chains ain't supposed to be back here, but I'm just a dumb prime driver and I just want to put my chains up. No, I didn't. I actually bought the tire chain hangers for it. Even though, when we got the new truck, wifey didn't want the tire chains. It's a man thing. I like my chains. I like the way they look.
All he's got left
Never
for
use them.
flatbed,
Yeah, it's
so
basically all I got left for flatbed. That's basically what it is.
So
anyways, it was the wrong move. I wish I would have done it because for one simple reason, it didn't cause the blowout, but it did. They did get my brand new mud flaps and weights. Chrome weights got ruined by those chains. They just kept slapping them. So yes, we will be getting rid of the tire chain soon, but not because of your comment, because it makes absolutely no sense, but because of the simple fact that I can save weight with snow socks and I won't be getting my brand new mud flaps and weights beaten up.
That didn't
so
make sense was if, like, he's pretty much asking why we even have chains. We just need to.
Yeah, exactly. Who and who?
That's why I don't think he's a driver, because if you did drive, you would know if you're OTR, you're going to go to states where you have to have them.
Don't use flipper tire chains. So there's times during the year, if not all year, in certain states where you have to present tire traction devices, whether it's cables, snow socks, whatever the case may be. My personal situation, which obviously you didn't care to ask about, is that I've had these tire chains since 2017. So I can't help it.
Got history with them.
I didn't want to go spend $500, $600, $700 on snow socks at the moment. I just went ahead and got my tire chain hangers, put them back on there, new mud flaps, took off. So there you go. Second of all, who hangs them at the back to get all the crap? What crap are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. Hang them at the back to where they get full of crap. Makes absolutely no sense. Sometimes I wonder if you guys even read what you're writing. This is the stuff that's hilarious to me, though. And Warrior Blue 63, as dumb as these comments are, I really appreciate it, man, 100%. And it's the same thing with the rest of you guys that we talked about. Because what gets me so much about these comments, and this is why I'm doing this whole series, They Hate Us Because They Ain't Us, is because for you guys to hate on Prime so much, what are you doing watching a Prime YouTuber channel? If you guys are such super truckers and you know so much and you hate Prime so much, why are you watching the channel? Makes absolutely no sense. There's one thing I learned a long time ago, and I've said this in several of my videos. Two things. You're not doing something right if you don't have haters, okay? The second one, nobody is ever gonna hate on you when they're doing better than you, ever. This is why I laugh at you guys when you guys comment like this. I challenge you, leave them. Leave the hater comments. I love them. It soothes my soul every time I read this ignorance. I love it, 100%. You guys make my day when you do this. So guys, that's it for the first episode of They Hate Us Because They Ain't Us. If you're a super trucker out there and you hate Prime, drop a comment below. I love it. Thank you so much for your time and interest in the channel. Even though you apparently hate it, but you keep watching it, I appreciate it. And if you are interested in Prime Inc, guys, there's plenty of information on the channel. Go through there and check it out. My number and email's in the description below. If you want to contact me 24/7, send me a text. If I can't get to you right then, I promise you I will get to you. Or if email's your thing, shoot me an email, guys. Sometimes it takes me a little bit, but I'll always respond. As far as everything else goes, until the next one, guys, stay driven, stay focused, stay loaded, stay safe. God bless. Freight Skater out.